Hey guys, it's Happy Homebrew and this one will be number 8. I remember where we are with this one now. Hope you saw the little Happy Homebrew stroke Thursday, Friday with the little hospital review that I managed to fit in last week. Nothing serious by the way, but it did get a little bit of fun, and as soon as the nurse told me that I was allowed to have a little bit of schnapps and it was good for me, I had to get the wife to get the schnapps in there and have a bit of a giggle. Anyway, I'll just let you know I am back at home now anyway. Everything's fine, so no worries. I did have my first schnapps burning session yesterday, which was the day I got home. Obviously had a lot of time when I was in the hospital looking at all the different recipes we'd got there. I came up with a new recipe for the peach schnapps, a liqueur, and I'd been working on the recipe for 4 or 5 days before I got home. I was really excited to get the still going yesterday. I had a great day, I had a really good session. I cleared out some of the tails that we've had from the course of the year. So the alcohol was costing me nothing. Burned the still up, got 3/4 of a litre of 62% alcohol on the table. I then went upstairs and went to make my liqueur dilution liquid, sugar, waters, etc. and flavours. Come back down, forgot what the hell I was doing, and poured the schnapps down the sink. Absolutely distraught. I couldn't believe what I'd done, and with that the wife told me I need to pack it in because I wasn't in a fit state. You can all take the piss out of me this week. I did the most stupid thing of doing everything right, getting the brew done, and then pouring it down the sink. What a dick. So I'm having another go today, so I'll just show you what we've got in now. I've just set this still up. I'm going for a small one this morning. It's only the 2 litre we got in there. I got 1.3 litres of the sugar water mash in there, which is very well aged. I think that one was from April or May of last year, that sugar. So that's a really good aged sugar water, so that will be very smooth. I'm going to finish on that one. This is the essence tray that you might have heard me mention before. Just sits in the top of the still. I'm going to lay a piece of just bog standard kitchen paper over the top of that, and then I'm going to put my peaches into that. And I use tin peaches for the liqueur that we do, and the reason being, it's these tin peaches. They've been sat in their own sugar juice. They could have been in there for anything up to 2 or 3 years. So the peach flavour is really intense anyway. So once you get the flesh in there, chop it all up into nice chunks. That whole thing will be full of peach. That's going to make approximately 1/2 to 3/4 of a litre of good quality schnapps, which I'll then dilute down into a liquor, slightly sweeter tasting schnapps, and absolutely to die for. This is Archer's like you've never had it before. This is the real stuff, no chemicals, no shit in it, and tastes great. And then obviously that'll just go on the top. Which is the lid, connected up to the condenser. Thermostat goes in the top, so temperature control, so I can control it. Tighten it down, tighten that up, keep that full of cold water, and the schnapps between 81 and 91 degrees will be coming out of there. I'm going to keep a bit of footage of this as it goes on, just to show you a little blow over at the end of what happens during the course of the day. But a couple of thanks and bits and pieces that I need to mention. First of all, thanks very much for all the subs that we've got. We have shot up in the last 3 or 4 weeks. We're up in the 100 and teens, 13, 14, 15 subs now, which is great news. Absolutely, I am over the moon that people want to sit and watch a fat old git like me in the middle of the Alps playing with his still. But, you know, thank you very much. I do appreciate it, and for all your comments, it is really well rewarded here. We love listening to you and hearing from you. A lot of that is thanks to Brew Bear. He's been putting out in the last couple of weeks my reviews, and I know he's been plugging my Christmas draw, which is still on the go. So I will just mention, anybody that signs up before the 1st of December, please, you're in the Christmas draw. So if you're not signed up, just press the sub to us. Your name will then go automatically into the Christmas draw, and you got a chance of winning a bottle of schnapps for Christmas on Christmas Day. Where else? Big Bill over there in Pennsylvania, Brewing with Bill. He mentioned last week or the week before that he was going to be putting a recipe book together, I've got him 10, 15 recipes over for the Schnapps already, and a bit of dialogue for the Schnapps. I don't know how you guys are going, but if you want to get in the book, don't forget him, get in touch with Bill. I'll try and put a link down below if I remember after fiddling about here all day. Get in touch with him, get one of your recipes in the book. It's my understanding is if you send it, he'll put it in. I've told you about what I did yesterday, and I've told you what I'm going to be doing today. So, happy homebrew. You've had a few updates. You can see what I'm doing. I'm still as useless as I ever been. I'm on my own because Andy's back in the UK. I think he's Christmas shopping, either that or he is Father Christmas, because, well, no, he couldn't be Father Christmas. Father Christmas has to be nice, gentle and a loving person. Andy's none of them. Definitely not, no. But there you go, anyway. Next week we'll have an update on what the brews are, because we have got a very, very busy 3 weeks ahead of us. If you don't already know, we run a guest house. Well, so it's an apartment house here. We don't supply food or anything. We rent all of our apartments out here during the winter months. We kick off the first week in December for 5 months, ski season, almost fully booked. It's going to be manic. This is the reason we ended up with the Schnapps. Great hobby, but I burn and get Schnapps ready, and we have lots of fun with the guests. They come in, we have a few reviews, they taste all the different Schnapps, they just enjoy themselves, and it's free. So, on the other side of things, if you ever fancy a ski holiday with free Schnapps, get in touch. But there you go. Right, I'm going to stop waffling on. Let's get cracking on with this. I'll put the camera on and get a few shots as we're going through so you can understand a bit of what I'm doing. And hopefully today I will not throw everything away. Fingers crossed. Happy homebrew, guys. So you can't quite see it there because all the peaches are sat on top of it. But there's a piece of kitchen roll just to stop any of the bigger sections just falling through. The kitchen roll, it will not affect flavours or anything. It's a neutral. There's no colours in it. It's just recycled paper. There's nothing in there, so that's fine. So there you've seen the essence tray. As I say, the Schnapps mash is underneath, the sugar water mix. Essence tray sits on top of it. Lid goes on top of that. Okay, we're going to connect that up, fire this up, and we'll come back to that shortly, and I'll give you a little bit more of explanation of what's going on. You saw the peaches go on the essence tray. That's been the lid's been secured down, connected to the condenser. Condenser's full of water. Okay, it's a simple setup on here at the moment until I get the new brewery stroke shed storage room built next year. I want to just set up a little gravity condenser that it's working a bit better, but I haven't got the room in this washroom at the moment, so we're working on just a basic jug, bucket. It works. So anyway, temperature's in. Well, basically what's going to happen is we're going to light this now. Here we go, look, big light, here we go. If it's a peach Schnapps, the lucky winner wins. This will be the brew that you take. So anyway, we light this. Temperature's going to come up. Between 81 and 91 degrees, it produces Schnapps. Everything up to 81 degrees, we have to discard. That's where all the nasty chemicals are, the butyls, acetones, that's where all that's produced. So that we'll get rid of. Everything between 81 and 91 degrees is a Schnapps. That's what we're going to keep, that's what we're going to work with, and hopefully we'll have a taste of that a little bit later. Everything after 91, but before 94 degrees, is called tails. Now tails are great, we love tails, and as soon as we stop producing Schnapps, we want as much tails as we can, because tails is very low degree alcohol, between 10 and 14%. We save it, it's full of all the flavours of whatever it is we're making. We save it in a huge jar, and when we've got enough of it, 2 or 3 litres, it's the only time me and Andy ever use this. We use a carbon fines wash, we stick it in for a week, and we take all of the flavours and anything else that is barring the taste of that alcohol. We throw that alcohol back in here once it's been put through a filter, and we get free Schnapps from the tails, which is what I did yesterday, and then I threw it away. Stupid man. Catch you soon. Temperature's just hit 66, 67 degrees. and we're just starting to get the first drops of the heads come out, which is not too bad. Once we get this just over 70 degrees, I'll then try and wind the heat down so that when we get to the 81, I can keep it in that 81 to 91 for as long as possible to get the most amount of schnapps out of it. And as you can see, I'm all ready for the schnapps. There's my heads. Today's new jug for the schnapps, just in case I get it wrong again. So we'll carry on and keep this going. So the schnapps has been drawn off, guys. It's a really deep peach. Beautiful. Really looking forward to that. Vanessa's just making my liqueur dilution solution upstairs. So she'll make that, simmer it for 10 or 15 minutes. It's going to take a couple of hours to cool down, so we'll finish that this afternoon. I'll put a bit of footage later on, I'll come back to that. But you can just see my tails finish at 94. I'm just under 94 at the moment. That's 3 schnapps. That's absolutely beautiful. That'll go in to my tails jug. When I've got enough again, another couple of litres in a month or so, we'll run that out. You can see it's almost finished. I'm just about to wind down and have a bit of dinner now. We've been on the go an hour and 5 minutes, and by the time we're finished, I've done the calculations, we're going to have approximately 680 millilitres of 35% peach liqueur. What a great morning. Never know, if you win the draw next month, that could be what you're drinking on Christmas Day. I hope so. Someone's got to win it. Anyway, so there we are, guys. Alcohol schnapps has been drawn off. Time of truth. What sort of strength did we get out of this mash? And what sort of volume are we going to end up with? Well, you've got to be gentle because I use glass, I don't use the PVC. Give it a spin. Oh, it's not as strong as I thought it was going to be, but I have been holding it quite a long time. 47 ABV. I actually thought that was going to be in the 50s, this one, because it's such a well matured. Yeah, 1, 2, 6, 7, 47. Listen, can't complain at that. This is the bit we hate, clearing up after the event. Tops off. That's what my peaches look like when they've been mullered and all the flavour took out. Still taste alright, I think. Ah, fuck. Oh, shit. Oh. Cool. Bit hot. Stupid idea, Martin. Why did you do that? Not much left in the bottom there. That's basically just hot water with a trace of alcohol, and that'll get slung straight down the sink and washed away. So, time to wash up there. Schnapps is waiting down there ready to go. Vanessa's prepared the sugar water mix, ready to make this into the nice liqueur. That's cooling down as it is. And before I go any further, this is the stage I got to yesterday. This is what I did yesterday when I threw the schnapps away. So, my do not throw is sitting on top of the schnapps. Cannot go wrong today. Dilution water for the liqueur cooling down. I'm going to wash up. Then it's bottle, mix, and we'll have a little snifter before we finish the film. Cheers. Right, we've got the schnapps. We've already got that there. I've just poured the dilution liqueur solution, sugar water, straight with a couple of little flavours that I use that are natural, that we pull out of the essence there, into my peach schnapps. Hand blender. All I'm going to do is I'm going to mix that for 1 minute, just to make sure that it's all mixed completely and there's no goods and bads about it. But it's looking good, and we'll have a taste in a minute. So we're all in. As you can see, I've mixed the schnapps with the solution. Don't be put off by the cloudiness at the moment. It's because we've introduced sugar, and that's why we use the hand blender. We basically, the dilution solution that I've used here is a 2-to-1. So for small batches that we use, I've used 200 millilitres of distilled water to 100 grams of sugar, so 2 to 1. Put the sugar in the water in a small pan, fetch it up to the boil gently, hold it to simmer for 10 to 15 minutes for the sugar to really just to dissolve right the way down in there and removes the bitterness on the sugar taste. I put a very couple of small flavours up that we've used from the essence, and that's my secret, not yours. Mixed it with the hand blender, as I said. You can see just in that 10 minutes I've been waffling, it's getting clearer. But that, within the next half an hour, will be crystal clear again. And that is homemade Archer's peach schnapps.